Beautiful day today in Montreal, and today I am checking out a new construction project called Crown Condominiums. So this is a huge project with a total of 7 phases, and it's currently in phase 3, which is expected to be delivered in the summer of 2024. Now, people were obviously not listening to the economy and housing market apparently slowing down because already over 95% of the project has been sold, and there are only a handful of units left, 7 to be exact, all of them 3 bedrooms. So great for a couple or a young family. The developer has a great promotion going on right now where they're offering a free indoor parking space completely free of cost at no extra charge. So that represents a value of over $40,000 plus tax. So great deal. So today, unfortunately, there's no model unit that I can show you, but that's all right because I'll be doing what a lot of new construction buyers do, which is they buy on plan. They visit the neighborhood to get a better feel for the area. They check out the promotional materials to better understand the project, who the developer is. They check out the floor plans, and then they select their unit. So I'll be doing a little bit of the same. Today, I'll talk to you a little bit about the neighborhood of Ahuntsic, the location of the project, some of the pros and cons. And then what I'll do is, since I can't show you a model unit, I'll head back to the office and check out some of the promotional materials that are available on the website and give you my perspectives as a real estate agent in Montreal. So before I continue, please remember to like and subscribe so that you are updated on any new content on the channel. All right, let's get right into it. So, as I mentioned, I'm in the neighborhood of Ahuntsic, an area that I know very well because I live in the neighborhood. And one of my absolute favorite things about the area is that it's a mix of both residential and commercial uses. So, as I mentioned, in terms of residential, this is a huge residential project with a total of 7 phases, and it's currently in phase 3. So there are many more phases to come, many more residential units to come. What's great about this project, though, is that even before this project started, this was already known to be a very residential neighborhood. So just next to the project, I don't know if you can see it from here, but behind the project, there's a mix of different kinds of housing, from the signature duplexes and triplexes that Montreal is known for to small apartment buildings. So I just love the fact that this neighborhood has a mix of renters and homeowners, adding to its overall diversity, makes things a lot more interesting. So behind me as well, you have a gorgeous park. This is called Saint Benoit Park. So you can see a basketball court, someone shooting hoops in the background. Beside it, you have 2 soccer pitches as well, and you have a huge playground as well. I don't know if you can see it. Can't really see it from here. When you have a nice park like this just across from where you live, I find that it has a big impact on the quality of life. So I remember growing up, I used to live next to a park just like this one, and it was my hangout spot after school. That's where I went to play sports, to meet up with some of the other neighborhood kids. And it was a relief for my parents as well because, it got the kids out of the house, and at the same time, they knew that we were in a safe place. So parks are obviously not just great for kids, but also for adults. After a long day's work, you can go for a nice run, maybe play some pickup basketball or soccer, relieve some stress, maybe even meet some of your neighbors who are out doing the same thing, make some new friends. So having a park, again, next to a condo project like this one, I find it's an extension of the common areas, and it's very easy to organize activities with the other co-owners, with your neighbors, such as a group run, or maybe a potluck, or a wine and cheese. So over here in Montreal, people are pretty laid back, and you won't get in trouble for having a nice glass of wine at the park. Okay, so again, what I absolutely love is that it's a new construction project, but it's located in an already established community. So a lot of times with new construction projects, it's a brand new area, so you get the feeling that when you come home after work, it's kind of deserted. There's no signs of life. So you definitely won't get that with a project like this one. So as I mentioned, one of the things that I really love about the neighborhood, that it's a mix of residential and commercial. So there's a lot of commercial uses in the area. So just behind the project, you have Marché Central, which is one of the largest open air shopping centers in Canada. So it takes up a huge area, and there's a mix of stores from big box stores like Costco, Best Buy, Walmart, to smaller outlet stores like Nike, Fila, Puma. where you can get all kinds of great deals. Not too far away as well, you have the Rockland Center, which is a big shopping mall known for its many upscale retail stores. If you're not a big fan of big shopping centers, you can check out the Promenade Fleury, which is not too far away. There's over 250 local shops and businesses. Promenade Fleury is known to be very walkable, very pedestrian friendly, very community oriented, wide sidewalks. So you definitely want to check that out if you're not a big fan of large shopping centers. And last but not least, there's also what's called the Garment District on Chabanel Street, which is just a block or two from here. And Chabanel Street is known to be the fashion center of all of Canada, actually, because there are hundreds of clothing companies that have their offices here, and there's thousands of employees that come to the area every single day. So you definitely want to check that out as well. Now, in terms of transportation, if you're a fan of public transportation, it doesn't get any better than this. There's lots of public transportation nearby, from buses and metros. There's 2 metro stations here, both of them on the Orange Line. So that's Metro Sauvé and Metro Crémazie. And from any of these 2 stations, you can go downtown in about less than 15 minutes, I would say. Not just that, there are also 2 suburban train stations nearby. And if you want to go off the island to the North Shore or South Shore, you can take these trains. And there's also lots of bike paths as well. So definitely lots of advantages in terms of public transportation. If you have a car, the project is conveniently located near highways 15 and 40. So these are the 2 major highways in Montreal, 15 going north-south and 40 going east-west. If you're not a fan of the highways and you want to avoid some of the traffic jams, there are other major streets nearby, such as Boulevard Saint-Laurent. This goes all the way from the north of the island to Old Montreal. So for all the different reasons that I mentioned so far, the great location, the variety of uses from residential to commercial, the size of the project, this represents a great opportunity for investors as well. As I mentioned, there are a total of 7 phases, and it's currently in phase 3. So you can expect the prices to go up from one phase to the next, which is usually the case. I read an article recently where it said that the average condo owner will spend maybe 2-3 years in the unit before deciding to move. So, if you have the chance to buy in one of the earlier phases, you can take advantage of the higher prices in later phases, get some more equity, and then you can decide if you want it to sell or maybe even rent it out and keep it as an investment condo. So definitely lots of plus points for investors. Great location, it's close to public transportation, maybe 20 minutes from downtown. So lots of positive features for renters. Let's head back to the office in front of a computer, and then we can check out some of the promotional materials, and I'll share with you some of my thoughts of the pros and cons of the project. Okay, so I'm back at the office in front of a computer. Let's check out some of the promotional materials that are available on the developer's website. Okay, so this is the website, condoscrown.com. Let's take a look at what we see. So right away you see that promotion that I mentioned earlier on of the free parking space, indoor parking space that's included. They're being offered for all 3 phases. So there's 3 units that are left to sell for phase 1, 1 unit in phase 2, 7 units in phase 3, all of them 3 bedrooms. The occupancy date will vary from one phase to another, and the offer of free indoor parking is being offered for all 3 phases. Let's close this window. So let's start going through the material that is available. So this is a short description of the project. We see here that this project has 6 floors, so it's smaller buildings. Okay, so not everybody is a big fan of huge condo towers. So if you're a fan of smaller buildings that feels more intimate, this might be a good project for you. What's good though is that it's a concrete construction. So smaller buildings are not always made out of concrete. So the fact that it is smaller, but it also is made out of concrete, that's great. So good soundproofing, good noise control. So that's definitely a plus. Here you have some pictures of the view from the rooftop. This is the rooftop terrace. This is the view, very nice. Moving on, some pictures of the interior. I don't think these are actual photos. They could be mock-ups, but you can still tell a lot from these kind of renderings. For example, I love the fact that the windows are almost floor to ceiling height. That's really nice. What else? So you have some more pictures with the finishings. Finishings look very modern.
Okay, over here you have the map. In the video that I made earlier on, I was filming just over here. So the C that you see here is the location of the project, Crown Condominiums, and I was just across the street here, just behind the Parc Benoit. So yeah, from the map we see we have a nice little portrait of the area. As I mentioned, it's a mix of residential and commercial uses. So this is the Marché Central, which is the open concept shopping district. So it's just a few minutes walking distance from here. You have the Promenade Fleury, which is a little bit more east over here. So this is the more walkable local businesses and shops. You have the Garment District, which is on Rue Chabanel, just over here, which is the fashion, it's like a fashion hub. So that's another interesting spot to check out. In terms of public transportation, you see that there's lots of buses running on the streets. You have the metro station. So this is the Henri Brossat metro station, the orange line. You have the Sauvé metro station just over here. So really not far from the project. That's really great. And there is a third metro station, which we don't see on the map here, but it is there. And it's just over here. That's Metro Crémazie. So definitely lots of metro stations in the neighborhood. You also have, if you have a car, the Highway 15 and the Highway 40 just over here. So very accessible in terms of transportation. And you can see all the different green spaces in the area. You have bike paths as well. This is nice. So you're not far from a body of water, which is the Rivière des Prairies. So you can go for a nice walk or take your bike, and there are bike paths by the water over here. So you can check those out. So yeah, very nice overall portrait of the neighborhood. Okay, I think that's it. So these are all the different interesting points of interest on the map. You can check out. This talks a little bit about the neighborhood, and I went over that on my video, what's there to do. We have some more pictures. Okay, so this brings me to the plans. Let's check out the actual floor plans. So we're interested in the 3-bedroom units. I'm going to expand that. As we can see here, there's 3 different kinds of layouts here. Let's check out the first one. This is type C1 layout. Zoom in a little bit. So here we see the location of the unit with respect to the overall floor. We see that it's a corner unit. Now, corner units typically have more sunlight because there are more windows, but as you can see over here, I don't see any windows on this side. So even though it's a corner unit, they only have windows on this side, so nothing on this end. So that could be for the simple reason that maybe it's attached to another phase over here, and that's why there's no windows, but I don't see anything on the plan here. So this would be the front entrance. As you walk in, on your left hand side you have, I think what this is the laundry room, where the washer dryer goes, and you have the first bathroom over here. And as you keep going in, you have the open concept kitchen and living room. You have a dining area here. You have the dimensions of the room just over here. Okay, so living room, dining room, and then on the right here you have a little nook where you can put a desk. So this is nice. A lot of us are working from home since the pandemic, so this is nice to have a little office area. And then you have your bedrooms. So this is the first bedroom here, the second one just next to it. We can see that the second bedroom has a walk-in closet, which is nice. And this one here just has a regular closet. And then you have the master bedroom just over here with its own ensuite bathroom and a walk-in closet just over here. So that's nice. Okay, let's check out the second layout, which is layout type C2. We'll zoom in here. So this unit is located more in the middle of the floor. And let's take a look at the layout. You walk in over here. On the left, you have a closet for your jackets. And then you have, okay, so here on the right hand side, you have the living room and kitchen area, open concept once again. And you have the 2 bedrooms just over here, one next to the other. And next to these bedrooms, you have the master bedroom with the ensuite bathroom just over here.
So in terms of layout, I mean, this is a little bit smaller. I like the other layout a little bit more because I felt there was more space between the three bedrooms, whereas here it's kind of stuck one right after another. So you might hear the noise coming from one bedroom or another. The other layout, it felt a little bit more roomy, I guess. And this is a little bit smaller. Other than that, I mean, it's nice open concept. So this must be the washer dryer. That's where the washer dryer would go over here. And let's check out the last layout, which is type C4. And again, here the bedrooms are again one right next to the other. Feels like a little bit more space in between. The master bedroom goes on a little bit further here, so a little bit more privacy, I guess. I like the fact that all three layouts have a really huge balcony. You can see the size here, about 19 feet by 6 feet, so it's a nice size. And yeah, again, open concept living room and kitchen area. That's the entrance, and you have the guest bathroom over here by the entrance and the washer dryer area. So for these ones, these two bedrooms do not have, neither of them have a walk-in closet. The walk-in closet is only for the master bedroom. Let me just double check again for the second one if there is a walk-in closet. No, there isn't. So it's only in the first layout, which is this one here, where one of the second bedrooms has its own walk-in closet right over here. Okay, and this is the biggest of the three as well, at 1,222 square feet gross, not net, gross. Okay, so those are the plans. Is there any other information available? So we see that there's a brochure here. Let's see what we can find here. So these are some of the partners for the finishings, the builders, information. We have some pictures of the interior. Very nice. Rooftop terrace. And in terms of the description, yeah, so concrete construction, 6 floors, 1 to 3 bedroom units, 9 feet ceilings, so high ceilings. That's always nice, a nice feature to have. You have a view from the rooftop terrace, I'm assuming. You have some more pictures of the interior and the finishings. Yeah, and some more text here on the right. Talks about the design, quartz countertops, ceramic backsplash. You have the map that we saw earlier on, as well as some pictures of the points of interest. Here we have the Costco, that's in the Marché Central. This is the train stations that takes you off the island. What else? Oh, this is interesting. You see, let me make this a little bit bigger. So these are the 7 phases that will be built. Phase 1 has been built already, along with phase 2. Phase 3 is expected to be delivered in the summer of 2024. And then you'll have phase 4, phase 5, phase 6, and phase 7. So it's a huge project. And as I mentioned, what I love is that it's rare to see a new construction project of this size in an already established residential community on the island of Montreal. So that's definitely a plus. So if you want the Montreal experience, Montreal is known for being very high density, a mix of residential commercial uses, very pedestrian friendly. I mean, this project is a good candidate. So going back to the website, yeah, so that's about it for the website. And if you have any questions about the project or any other new construction project in general on the island of Montreal or surrounding areas, feel free to reach out to us. And not just new construction, but my team also works in the resale market. So if you're looking at something that's not necessarily brand new, we can definitely help you out with that. You'll find our contact information below, phone number and email. You can also click on the link below to schedule a free consultation. We'd love to get to know you a little bit more, what you're looking for, and see if we can help. All right, thank you.